If you're looking to implement change, first of all, you've got to have a clear vision of where you want to go. You need to know why you want to do it, because if you can't explain why you're doing it, then don't even start out on the journey. It's then really important to articulate that to all your staff and to give them the opportunity to really understand that vision and question it and really buy into that. That's really important. Regular communication then, and keeping people informed as you go on this journey, because things change, it's dynamic, it's not something that's just there set, it's ongoing, it's fluid, it's a living thing in its own right. And to take your parents and your pupils with you, your stakeholders are key.
If you want to change schools, you need to do it really rapidly. So we've been operating on 100-day plans and latterly on 50-day plans. So every 50 days you want to have a very short plan which says these are the problems we've got and this is the way we're going to actually address those problems. We put in 1,000 computers in the first summer. These were workstations. We bought about 500 tablet PCs in the first summer. We changed the curriculum model. We've developed a 2-year Key Stage 3 model so that the children finish Key Stage 3 in Year 8. They start GCSEs in Year 9, which means they can start their A-level courses in Year 11. In the first term, we changed the pastoral model. We remodeled the buildings as much as we could, given the budgets we had, to signal change. We changed the logo. We're learning as we go along. We're providing a test model environment to do that within. And I think that's significant in terms of trying to get these new spaces right, because if you spend a great deal of money on new spaces which you haven't actually researched and they don't work, you could have a problem. None of the things we've done could have been achieved without the use of ubiquitous ICT. Ubiquitous ICT in terms of available for students, but also ubiquity of ICT in terms of available for staff.
If you can set up a successful management structure around what you're trying to do, I think that helps enormously in driving forward the vision of ICT everywhere. I mean, we have a computer to student ratio of 1:1, and that would not be possible without a good management structure sitting behind it, the support services that sit behind it as well, to make sure that the ICT is available all the time.
It's possible to do almost anything. And if you think where we were in April 2005, where we didn't have ubiquitous access to ICT across the 3 schools, well, within 15, 16 months we'd fixed that, basically. And we had initiated quite a significant programme of change in terms of buildings and doing what we could to remodel space. And we signposted change fairly on. And I think a lot of people have got on board and kind of like the fast pace of change. I think they also like the fairly relaxed culture.
If we look at the new Line Learning Academy, we had resistance amongst the staff. We had issues in terms of the quality of staff and what was taking place in the actual classroom for young people. So we've been working very hard with our staff to ensure we start to get a consistent message for young people on a day in, day out basis. And so what we did when we set out on the journey is we had a series of seminars with our senior staff, and then we had one-day seminars for all our middle managers across both academies, in order to explain the vision, where we're going, why we're going on the journey, and because we needed to empower them to actually deliver the message and make the change happen. The introduction of the Plaza at New Line Learning Academies was quite profound, and when it was completed, staff had the opportunity to come in and teach in here, and we very much allowed them to come in on a voluntary basis. And there's no doubt there are staff who are itching to get in here, couldn't wait to come and teach in the new environment. There are others who wanted to come in but were a little nervous, weren't sure how to do it, and there are others who were really not quite sure that it was for them. A year down the road, if you talk to the staff, you will find that the majority of them who teach in here absolutely love it.
The message to staff in terms of teaching staff was very simple, which is, well, we have these plans for a rather different school. We hope you will see this as an opportunity to be more creative and actually refresh the professionalism of staff. And most people have kind of gone along with this. Some people have left, and that's as you would expect it to be. A lot of people fear that if they undertake large-scale change, then there may be some risk to the results which schools live or die by in this country. And I think you have to practice being brave, really, because otherwise nobody's going to move forward at all. And life is an adventure, and it is about taking some, I think, calculated risks in terms of understanding where you want to be in 2 or 3 years or months or weeks' time, and actually generating movement within the school to achieve that.